Okay, good morning, everyone. Glad that you joined me today. I'm testing my Nextech. It's a handle that holds holds my cell phone, and I've attached a small Manfrotto tripod to it as well. Anyway, this is going to be the start of many segments. I guess that's the best way to put it. Numerous segments of my this video. I'm going to put them together. We'll see how they turn out, and hopefully you'll enjoy being with me. And I know I'll have to get used to using this thing. Okay, there I am. Right, I must remember the camera is at the top of my phone, and therefore that'll work best. So, this is just the introduction. We'll start from here. Hopefully it will not be lengthy. Hopefully it'll be interesting. And I hope you get some chuckles from it too. All right, that's it. Let's start, shall we? Exit stage right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. We'll start from here. I've shared many videos with you from this very deck. Yes, the deck, sunroom. Okay. The bag on the floor, that's for the new resident. That's the controller and everything for satellite TV. And so we turn around. There we go. Out to the street. Yeah. You know how it is when you move? Especially when it's different if you rented a place. Yeah. The noisy birds. Birdhouses. I made them. One on the garage, one on a tree, one on a post. Yeah. And so, this is a little bit about, for me, moving. Not just moving, but we're merging two homes, merging two fully functional homes. And this is where I started out from. Now, yeah, up on the roof, antennas. The snow's not gone yet up there. And of course, the weather station is over there. So I can't climb up the roof and take them down. That's okay. That's the way it should be. So for me, moving is going to be different. I've sacrificed, if you will. I don't think so. I think it's worth the trip. A lot of my things I'm accustomed to here, in the last 5 years living totally alone. Okay, I'm going to be merging together with this. We're going to be looking at some of the things I've recorded yesterday, and I'm going to record more today. And we'll just see if I can make this phase out when I do editing. I'm going to try and edit it on the phone first if I can. Try and put together a short video of some of the things that we experience with this moving. Most importantly, keep in mind, it's worth every bit. Okay? Everything is worth it. To have married a new love I never expected I would have come into my life. Something I never in my wildest dream would have thought when I lost my Sheila, that another lady would come into my life in such a dramatic and dynamic way. And I praise God for her every day. Don't feel sorry for me. Oh, rejoice with me. And let's hope that this video will turn out to be something that will be an encouragement to you as well. Okay, so starts the journey. The little things and the goof ups. Be back with you shortly. I'm out in the sunroom, comfortable, as you can see by the nice, fat, fluffy cushions that Rose has put on as wicker love seat. I love it. Okay. And didn't bother the coffee yet. I know, it's diet. One of the mistakes I made when I moved, as you will have seen by now, was putting my outdoor gear, the bin boxes, in the garage. Temperature minus 25 centigrade and colder. Garage temperature for, I'm going to say, better part of a week did not go much above minus 15, if at all. What was in there? Well, as I already told you, my Sawyer filter. Yes, it was wet. I had back flushed it not that long before. I shook it out, but there's droplets in it. The membrane, of course, was still wet, which means, because Sawyer warns, and everybody, every one of you on YouTube that are doing that kind of presentations will warn, do not let it freeze or it is gone. You cannot be certain it's safe. So, that being the Sawyer Micro, and it was convenient and small, and most of the time it was being used, like for instance, travel. Every night in the motel room, I filtered water for the next day to have basically the same taste when you're making French press coffee, because we were making French press coffee and I use it for other things. I never once got to using it in the lake. And so anyway, I told Rose, okay, enough of that. I'm just going to call her Rose as an abbreviation from, I call her my wild Rose because she says she was a wild Ukrainian, okay? Anyway, beside me, I phoned, no, did not phone, I went online, Amazon, from your other people's reviews in the past. The one thing I noted was that the Micro did not possess the same volume capacity and such, and versatility. So therefore, I went, and I know it's going to be backwards. Okay, the lettering. At least I'm quite sure it is because I'm using the camera so I can see it. I got the squeeze water filtration system. Now this Sawyer, and of course that's a Sawyer squeeze. The big difference for me, you see how thick the container. Well, I didn't see where I could just order the squeeze, or just the squeeze, and not much else. All the other parts to my Micro, of course, are still usable. So, set that down there. All I really needed was a squeeze, right? Now, the one thing that did surprise me, I had not quite, don't remember seeing this in anybody's videos, was the cap opened so you can drink through it, but also if we grab the syringe, I'm quite certain, well, okay, I'm wrong. Anyway, you can drink through it. Well, I still do like the water, the filters from, see, there you go, forgot. The water filters I was using, and of course, it does go in there. Now, so, okay, now I've got two plungers. I've got two straws. And I'm going to sit these down on the couch. So, we'll lay them there. Now, the kit came with, right, 3 bags. I don't need them because I already have obtained a nice flexible one. Okay, so what do we got? 2 are 64 ounce, and okay, the little guy, carry a drink with you, right? And yeah, it's a 16. Okay, so I'm going to have tons of watercolor bags because I still have the 32 ounce that came with the micro. I still have a number of other things. I'll set that down. In the bag, now this was a surprise. I like that little surprise. And of course, Sawyer on that side. And on this side, this pouch is made in China. Well, what's new? Okay, I've heard it said, where do you think you're going to buy anything that's not made in China? And, you know, when looking at it, I'm like, why the pouch? Well, it's quite obvious. It's got a place to hang. I have no doubt, give me a large one, that if I lay it out here, and okay, so yes, we tighten it up somewhat and have the filter screwed on top of there. Needless to say, you can hang it. Okay, good thought. Because you see, I do appreciate the idea of being able to hang with the Sawyers, the Be Free, and others. The different ways, it's not just a one-way usage. You don't just do it this way. So for me, I said, okay, I'll get accustomed to this. Now, how often they will be used, I'm not going to guarantee on that one. What they didn't send was an elastic band to hold them together, right? Okay, so we sit that down. Of course, the infamous Sawyer straw, and it's a little bit kinked because, of course, it's been sitting since it was packaged, bent, right? I never used it on my other one. However, I think it could be one of those useful things. Now, here's where it got interesting. We have, count them, okay, 3 caps. A cap for each one of the bags. Yep. We knew that was going to be a necessity, right? The blue adapter. Still have the blue adapter for my other one. Very much usable. Now, spare O-ring. In actual fact, it looks just like the garden hose one, right? Even to with the little nipples on the sides so it doesn't pop out of the threads. And then, okay, we will bring it up. You can get it, right? Okay, the sun's shining out there well. It's actually got a little ridge around it. So, this goes on the outlet side, right? Let's take off the cap. Right, so it'll go on there. Now, here's the gray one. As you can see, okay, and it actually has a ridge around it, and this one really does grab. So, what do we got? Well, you can put it on an inline for those who are using the 2-3 liter water bladder in your rucksack. Now, for myself, the one that came in my rucksack was very old, and I pitched it. And that rucksack I don't use much because it was not the greatest choice. So all these are good reasons why I ordered the squeeze. I'm going to call it Grandpa Squeeze, right? Okay, the micro was okay. Was not fast. Without a doubt, the spout, well, it's shaped, rounded, as you can see there. I'll tilt it, okay, this way. You can see that it's rounded a bit at the down where it comes down and it curves. I'm assuming that will fit your mouth. Matter of fact, let me just try it. Yes, fit your mouth perfectly. So there we go. A good purchase, I think. Came quickly from Amazon. It was shipped from their facility. I'm going to say it was near Calgary. I forget the name of the place, but I took from the name of their warehouse. Probably it was in the foothills in Alberta. So I have more pieces, and they won't go bad. Do I need 2 of these? No. Do I need 2 of these? No. But that's okay, because that way I can connect. No problem. Yeah, if you recall. Yeah, it's a male thread on here. So to hook it to a smart water bottle, that's the way to do it. All in all, okay, it's a kit full of good stuff, right? I'm not sure I'm going to use everything, and I'm not sure I definitely am not going to be throwing them out. So this is all part of, you learn sometimes some things that for me it was humorous, and I'm putting this back in strictly because, and they show on the cover of it, using gravity, squeeze, and inline. Okay, and I'm just putting it in here because I don't want to litter. And so, get it in there. We'll pack this up. Now, I'm not going to need it for at least, I'm going to say at least a month. Let's make it 2 months. This is only early March. It's like, today is the 5th. So, yeah, but it's early March. I'm thankful I have the sun shining in the sunroom here. Outdoor temperatures around +5. And in here, the entrance has got the screen door closed out of habit, but in actual fact, it's nice. There's no wind blowing through or anything like that. I imagine temperature is more like 10 degrees here. So, problem rectified. Next time, Ted, be sure and don't put your water filter when it's wet where it can be frozen. Oh well. And from here, we'll carry on. Thanks for being with me, and enjoy the next segment as well. Bye. Okay, friend, you could see the mess on this table, right? That's okay. Really is. I need a coffee break. Now, we do have my little Svea. Got water, alcohol. Right, sorry, camera was not having. Syringe, it does not fit down in the stove. Okay, so I'm going to pause this, and once I get it going, come back. It is burning here, and we'll just see. We don't know if it'll get hot enough. Okay. We can see the alcohol still burning. I figured it was going to take more than one capful, or more than one go around. And so, I'm going to have to pause this again. Be right back. And there we are. It did not get real hot, but that's okay. Yeah, didn't do well with the alcohol in this cold today. We're going to go with Nescafe Sweet and Creamy Original. Look, I even grabbed a spoon for making a coffee for my lovely lady. So we'll rough it. Anyway, I need a coffee break. So what have I been doing? Well, take a look at this garage. You will notice chaos everywhere. Yeah, right on around. And there we have it. We're merging two homes into one. Now the garage at my home and the house both are empty. Just cleaning out the garage, and I'm taking time for a coffee. And that's going to be it. So I thought we would cheat a little bit, get down here and see how we're doing. I didn't even bend out the supports for the pot. So it may be a little bit warm there. And we're going to go that way. Well, what's it going to mean for me? Well, bit by bit, like that shelving unit there. Okay. Knives, saws, stuff like that. Pots, cook set, stuff like, on and on. There's, in fact, where the stove goes. Containers, alcohol, yeah,